Hello to everyone around the world. Today we are going to discuss a little about the ancestors so that one can understand the actual concept behind their existence and how best one can conduct with them. All this is brought to you by Superior Spiritualist Africa 02. The only platform that can make you understand the spiritual world more clearly and simple. So the definition of an ancestor. An ancestor, also known as a forefather or fore-elder, is a parent or the parent of an antecedent. Ancestor is any person from whom one is descended. In law, the person from whom an estate has been inherited. One from whom a person is descended and who is usually more remote in the line of descent than a grandparent. For example, most ancestors were taken to Europe in the 1880s. So, what makes a person an ancestor? An ancestor is anyone you descend from. In families, to descend means to come from. You descend from your parents, who descend from their parents, who descend from their parents, and so on. That chain of parents and children is your ancestors. So why are ancestors important? Learning the history of our ancestors helps us gain a greater understanding of the challenges they faced, and it often inspires greater love and compassion for their flaws and mistakes. This compassion can easily translate to our relationships with the living, within our families, and outside them. So what does Bible say about ancestors? Some have used Leviticus 19:26b, 32 to justify the veneration of ancestor spirits. It reads, "Rise in the presence of the aged, show respect for the elderly and revere your God. I am the Lord." So what is an ancestor spirit? Ancestor spirits were known as unmanaged, lit, guardian, or caretaker. They can be the spirits of actual ancestors or generalized guardian spirits of a family. Ancient Filipinos believed that upon death, the soul of a person travels, usually by boat, to a spirit world. How many ancestors do I have? So if you want to know how many ancestors you have, just add up the number from each generation. So parents, 2, plus grandparents, 4, plus great-grandparents, 8, equals 14 ancestors within 3 generations. So how many years does it take to become an ancestor? The time period for a generation is usually thought to be approximately 50 years. If we consider Asian medicine to be 2,500 years old, then it has been around for 50 generations. Generation after generation has contributed to medicine. It has also survived down through all these generations. So the biggest question is, can your ancestors help you? In fact, is it possible for them to interfere or take part in the present life? Find out in our next episode where we reveal the actual truth behind the relationship between the living and the dead. Brought to you by Superior Spiritualist Africa 02, the only platform with belief cables unearthed. Stay tuned.